Yo, what up guys? Welcome back. We are going to be watching the dev drop. This is the first announcement for the new set for set 6 of TFT. I'm really excited to watch it. I watched it already on my phone in my bed, and then I immediately got up to come film this. So let's just check it out. I'm just gonna be reacting to this. I'll be pausing it a lot to get my thoughts. So if you want to watch the original video, just go to the League of Legends channel to watch the original video. This is not what that is. This is me reacting to it. So let's watch it.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot Mort,
Hey, Mort.
Game Director of TFT, and it's time to talk about some things to look forward to in the world of teamfight tactics. So let's get started. As Reckoning draws to a close, the team is hard at work building the next set of TFT, which will release in early November for most regions. It will take place in a city full of strange new contraptions and their brilliant inventors, where you will find scientists and scholars, cops and robots, intricate machines and brutish monsters.
All right, so the theming is going to be Zaun and Piltover, which is a region in Runeterra for League of Legends and the lore, if you guys don't know. And this is what Riot does super well, is they coordinate around other content pieces happening around in League around like their games. So like Reckoning they were releasing Viego, so that's why they did Reckoning, right? And so the anime, the Arcana, is set in Piltover and Zaun, which comes out soon. So that's why they're coordinating with this. So I think it's very cool.
Mischief-making yordles, and so much more. In addition to the new setting and new champions, the next set of TFT will of course have a new mechanic. Throughout the course of a game, you'll be offered Hextech augments that provide varied and powerful effects for your team and change the way you approach the game.
All right, let's hear it more.
Some of them are direct army enhancements. There's one that gives all your ranged champions an
All right, so far we got Warwick, Alawi, Thomas Kinch, Swain,
additional 2
Persona,
hexes of range, or another that gives
Darius, Trundle, Ezreal, Graves,
every
Alawi,
champ on your team that
Katarina, Caitlyn,
already has an item an
Blitz,
additional
Gangplank,
200 health and 20 attack damage. Other Hextech augments can change your playstyle. For example,
oh, Trundle gave him the suck.
one of them gives you
Kassadin. Is that Quinn? Quinn's in the game? Wow, awesome. That's TF right there.
1 additional gold and a free shop reroll each time you lose a combat, allowing you to play a lost streak style even better.
When you get these Hextech augments, you get them at the beginning of the game. Did I miss that? I don't know. I don't know what you get. I hope you don't get it at the middle of the game. I hope you get it at the same point you get Radiant now. Or I guess if they're going to do the lost streak thing, I hope you get it by like stage 3. I don't know. There could be some broken stuff. But I like the mechanic. I really like these mechanics like the Radiant, where you get kind of like choice over what happens in your game. But it's not like super game breaking. It's just like you can develop a strategy around what you choose. I like that.
Other augments may bring back familiar memories, such as one that opens up an armory, allowing you to grab one of 4 unique Ornn artifacts from
Darius
Fates.
Singed.
And
that's really cool. You get to have the Ornn item. So it's a callback. So it's like, I love when games start to do this. It's like a deep cut for people who have played the game long enough to, like, you know,
finally,
adds to the experience for like a long standing player like myself.
Some Hextech augments may open up crazy new strategies, like the ability to see which opponent you're going to fight each.
Bro, that is broken. What? You can see your combat order? That is insanity.
Combat, or even allowing you to level up to level 10.
Wow, okay, this is really interesting. I wonder at what stage in the game you get access to this, or if like you can get a second augment. Wow, they're gonna have a tough time balancing this, I can already tell, but I'm excited about them trying some new stuff. I love when they try new stuff, even if I end up hating it. I love when they try new stuff. We got Ziggs, Lulu, Cho'Gath.
There are a ton of possibilities, and each game will be
Wait a second.
up to level 10. There are a ton of possibilities, and each game will be radically different. We can't wait to show you everything that's possible through the new Hextech augments. You can look forward to more details on the next set as we get closer to its release.
Okay, he's gonna talk about labs, but no, let's just watch it. I'll just look
During
at this on my
Reckoning,
own.
we launched our first lab, Hyperroll. With Hyperroll, we aim to bring the TFT gameplay you love to a shorter experience, focusing on team building and, of course, rolling. I'm happy to announce that the lab has been a success, and it will remain a part of TFT next set.
Like, I don't really like Hyperroll, but if people like it, that's awesome, and good on them.
We'll also continue to make some improvements, with a focus on making it a bit less hectic.
I like that they added it.
This brings us to our next lab.
Here it is.
As we discussed before, each lab is meant to be something we think has a chance to be a permanent part of TFT and fulfill a player need that isn't being met by the core game. This time, we're focusing on providing a more meaningful way to play TFT with your friends. Not just in the same game against friends, but actually working together as a two-person team. We're still working on its official name, but this new partnered mode will allow you and a friend to queue up and work together to compete against 3 other teams. You'll each control your own board, but you will have a shared health pool, so you'll both need to stay strong in order to survive.
Wait, why are we on the same board right now, though? But you get different boards, but you share a health pool. I think that is so cool how they're doing that. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it for everyone, but I don't have any friends who play TFT. Like, and are good, or are at near my skill level. Like, no flame to any of my viewers. Like, but you know, if I'm gonna like grind a game mode, I want to, you know what I mean. You get it.
If your partner is
I have no friends at my skill level though. It feels bad.
Struggling, you can use the assist armory to help.
I mean, I have like one friend who's I have acquaintances that are high elo, but like I've never actually like made friendships with other people up there. So I'll need to figure that out so I can play that game mode.
Help them out. Pick the perfect boost for your partner's team to stay out of 8th place. Actually, 4th place. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
To help us make the best partnered mode possible, we're launching this lab a bit differently than we did for Hyperroll. The plan is to launch it shortly after the new set drops, and then we'll leave it up and running for a few patches. After that, we'll take it back into the shop and make adjustments.
Oh, so it's only going to be seasonal. Or not seasonal, sorry. It's only going to be the first part, and then they're going to mess with it.
While the mode is off, we'll be using your feedback and our learnings to improve it, then we'll launch it again in a more complete form at a later date.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're intending on this actually being a game mode that people will care about. And it might be. It might be something that people care about.
We think the ability to play with friends and work together has a ton of value. So we want to make sure we get your feedback early so we can make the best version possible. Additionally, at the end of the initial release, we'll be holding a tournament with the top duos from each region.
That's pretty cool.
More info on that to come later, but make sure you pick a good teammate to make it to the top of the ladder.
See, that's what I'm saying. If I'm going to play this game mode, I want to be top of the ladder. So I need to find a friend or make friends in high elo. I just don't really have many friends. I have a bunch of acquaintances and people who I would call friends, but you know, I'm not very close. They wouldn't pick me as their partner. So I need to make some friends. Yeah, I think it's so cool. They're gonna hold a tournament and have like have duo worlds. That's cool. I think that'll be really cool and fun.
I'm super excited about all of this and can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Now I'm going to pass it off to Christine, who's going to be sharing some more adorable plans for TFT. That's it from me. Take it easy.
Thank you, Mort. Okay, we're gonna watch this last part where she's gonna talk about cosmetics, but I'm just gonna wait a second and just talk about some of the other stuff. I'm very excited about the set mechanic. How I love... Okay, so shadow items sucked because they warped the gameplay too hard. But I like the idea of shadow items. How you get to choose them, kind of, and you know, you get control over your gameplay, but it was just impossible to balance. That's why shadow items sucked. I mean, there were many reasons why set 5 sucked, but that was one of the reasons. Probably not even the biggest, but that's one of the big reasons. And Radiant is awesome. I love the Radiant system. I love the armory system. It gives you so much control over your game, and actually, like, it rewards skill in a unique way. Like, TFT is a cool game because it is 90% knowledge base. And there's 10% of things you can express skill mechanic wise. And like that stuff's cool, right? If you add more mechanics like they added like so many positional carries. But that's not why people love TFT. They don't love TFT because it's like a super sweat like thing you need to do. So I like that they add more skill into the game, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't annoying how many positional units they have, because it's just so many things you have to like do every round and stuff. And that's not why TFT is like fun and rewarding to me as a player. what's fun and rewarding to TFT is that I can actually get this big knowledge advantage over someone else, because I have been willing to take different strategies and lose with them to get better. And I've got this knowledge advantage that I can leverage. So I think that's why people like playing TFT at a high level or playing it in competitive, is because it's not like, you know, an FPS game or something. It's not about like your ability to move really fast. It's about your ability to outthink your opponent and to have built this knowledge base from grinding and stuff. So I love all the stuff they're adding. I think it's cool. I've been saying this the whole time. I've had a lot of people ask me lately, why do you still play TFT? Isn't that game dying? Which it's not. They're just wrong. I think they're trying to compare it to like Set 2 and Set 1, which that doesn't count. I mean, no one played. I mean, Set 2 sucked and Set 1 sucked. It was just because, you know, it was a new game. And Set 5, a lot less people played it than Set 4 because Set 5 sucks. Set 5 sucked. It's probably the worst set ever. Set 5 was so bad. And Set 5.5 is actually pretty good, but people were just fatigued from Set 5 because Set 5 was so bad, and a lot of the units are the same. So I've been saying this whole time, everything the devs have made and changes from Set 5 to Set 5.5, everything's been looking up. Set 6 is going to be the best set ever. I mean, it might be terribly balanced because that's what they always do. But I have really high hopes for Set 6. And I've been saying this whole time. The devs have been listening. They've been going. I'm very happy with where the direction of the game devs have been going. And I think duo mode is so huge for the longevity of the game. It makes it so much fun. Even people in high low, tons of people in high low have been asking for a duo mode. I think it'll be really fun. It'll make for some really fun content for everyone to watch and everyone, you know, and for creators to do. And I think it'll be really fun for just like casual players as well to play with their friends. Like, it'll be awesome.
Hey everyone, I'm Christine.
I'll even like to play with like my low friends. It'll be fun because it'll be fun. I'll be like, bro, stop losing rounds. You know, it'll be so fun.
Producer
you know?
for
some unique strategies you can have where one of you open forts and the other one is playing strongest board, and you can like even out your health. That'll be a really cool
cosmetics
strategy.
on TFT. Today, I'm going to talk to you about some of the new content that we'll be adding to the game in the next couple of months.
Chibi Champions.
Next set, we'll be introducing a new kind of playable avatar for the first time since the launch of TFT. We're calling them Chibi Champions, and you can equip them just like Little Legends. They're champions, but chibified. Chibi Champions don't come from eggs. Instead, you can buy them directly from the...
I think this is really huge. I think this is really cool. I don't really care about this stuff personally that much. I like my Craggle. I have Craggle. I love Craggle. I think for a lot of the TFT OGs, this will not matter to them because I think a lot of people become attached to their Little Legend. But I think this is very huge for new players and very huge for people who like League, that, you know, they don't have to become attached to this new thing. You know, you only really start to like your Little Legend and it becomes a thing if you're like really into TFT and you're into the like Little Legend culture, or you started playing in Set 1, you've always been a mole diver, you know, like... So I think this is very awesome for attracting new players. And not like this is going to attract new players, but when new players come in, they already have something that they identify with that can hook them into the game. So I think it's so cool.
Store in their final form.
All right, I'll buy one if they have a recon.
We're starting with a few, including someone to truly get excited about, before expanding the roster in the future. Until now, the only kind of avatar you could be in TFT is a Little Legend. But with the addition of Chibi Champions, there's a whole new category of avatars we're calling tacticians. We even have ideas for new legendary tacticians in the future, but don't worry, Little Legends aren't going anywhere. They're just getting new friends to play with. Later this year, we're also introducing Teamfight Tactics' very own premium currency and calling it TFT Coins. For now, RP will continue to be usable on PC. Behind the scenes, TFT Coins will save us a lot of time managing in-game stores. This will allow us to spend more time working on the content you enjoy.
This is just what she's talking about. Like, you know, that might be like, oh, they're just trying to make money off me. They're changing the currency, overcomplicating it. They're trying to find ways to distinct TFT from League of Legends. Because the more it is distinctive from League of Legends, the more that the developers have freedom to change like prices, to you know, introduce new things to the shop. Like separating the shop system, they're slowly trying to separate the shop system so that TFT can develop their own game on their own, because they don't want to put TFT on their own client except for on the mobile store, for a very important reason, because the best marketing TFT has is being on the client of one of the most played games in the entire world, right? So a lot of people always ask, like, just put TFT on a different client. But I have loads of friends who play TFT casually, and they would not download a client. I think it's probably one of the worst things you could do for TFT until TFT has like developed its own like really, really, really solid player base. It has a really solid player base, but you know what I mean. TFT is still a new game, so anyways, they're trying to find ways to distinct it from League of Legends so that they can develop it without having to cut so much red tape. You know, that's one step.
We'll be sharing more
to that
details in
direction.
the next few weeks. Our very first TFT exclusive event, Skyglass Origins, was well loved by all, except for maybe Chaos Pengu. We're already planning a similar event that will come in early 2022, and we're pretty stoked to share more with you eventually. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we're going to celebrate the best TFT players from around the world at the Reckoning Championships. Woo! The competition will start on October 1st, so be sure to tune in to see
October
who comes out
1st.
on top. That's it for now. We hope you're as excited as we are for everything that is coming to TFT in the next couple months. I'll see you in my rank queues.
You will not see me. I don't know what rank she is. I don't know. That was very assuming of me. There were some riders and challenger. I think it's just Kent though. I think it's just Kent, and then there's like Emote, but I don't know who that is. Anyways, all right. Well, I'm very excited about set 6. Every time I watch one of these, I get really hyped. This one, I'm more hyped than normal. I don't know if it shows, but I'm more hyped than normal because they've made so many good changes from set 5 to set 5.5. I truly, truly, truly believe the devs learned a lot and how much of a failure set 5 was. I think they truly have learned so much from set 5 and set 4, and the game's only going to get better. Maybe we'll still have some growing pains, you know? Maybe we'll still have some growing pains, but I'm really confident in the devs that they've really learned from set 5 and then really learned from some of the stuff that didn't work in set 4, even though I think set 4 was awesome, actually. I think they learned a lot and are finally settling into how they really want to direct and balance this game. I'm very, very, very hyped. So anyways, all right, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, please like, all that good stuff, and leave a comment if you watch this whole way through, and let me know what you think is cool about some of the stuff they announced. And let me know about that. I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to read it and reply back to you guys. All right, that's going to be it. See you guys. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Bye.